Hey guys, and welcome back to Mass Effect. So we just talked to Liara, and the group about what we're going to do next. Now, I figured I would go ahead and take a moment. You guys have been suggesting this, to go ahead and talk to my crew a little bit. So I kind of want to try and do... he's not wanting to let me. Ooh, let's examine this, though. Hey, Codex. Let's talk to
Commander.
him. I feel like it might be worth it to go ahead and have some conversations with these people. Oh, wait, we talked to this guy.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school. We were at Elysium. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate.
I feel like maybe we already had this
How'd you
conversation.
end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium.
Okay.
Must have made an impression.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Carry on, Presley. We don't need to talk to you. Because he was the speciesist, or racist. I don't know how you would say that. Tried to tell him to straighten up, right? Didn't we? That's what we did. Okay, where does this go? It goes somewhere. Let's check it out. This goes to the airlock. To deck 2. We can go ahead and go to the bridge and talk to what's-his-face here, Joker.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I think you could recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
Oh, you sure you want that?
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I like Joker a lot. Let's ask him about a status
How's the Normandy
report.
performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
Ah, lucky.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet.
That's a
Top of
confidence
my class
right
in
there.
flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
Your disease?
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know?
Aw, Joker's sick.
Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Man. How'd
Why
you
does
get your
everyone
nickname?
call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau.
Jeff
Plus, I love to make
Moreau.
little children laugh.
Yeah,
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Were you unhappy?
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander.
Smiling's overrated.
The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy. Even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Let's investigate. Oh, personal
How'd
history?
you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
Okay. Alright, I
have
think
to
we've
go.
learned everything.
Alright, see ya.
Alright, see ya. Actually had a friend that had brittle bone disease. It's a pretty severe thing. Though I'm surprised that in a future like this, that it wouldn't have... Oh, this goes like whenever we land somewhere. That's right. I'm surprised that they wouldn't have some sort of solution by now, at least in the timeline of this game. Since it's the future. Please open. Oh yes, I have to tell it to. That's a thing. Wait, I thought this was going up. Oh. Interesting. So 2 deck 1. 2 deck 3. And there's Caden. And Liara. Let's go ahead and go talk. Talk to the people. Now we also... We're ready to level up. We have 8 points. Oh man, look at us. We're going more Paragon now. More than we were before. Because we're learning to make the right decisions. A little bit. What do I want to level up? Let's see. What does this do? Boosts accuracy 60%. Increased rate of fire. Reduces heat 50%. That's pretty awesome. That could be really useful. That's pretty useful too. We can unlock barrier if we do this. That could be really good. I feel like we could really use that. Ooh, or we can equip medium armor. An advanced shield boost. Oh, choices. Choices. I think we should do this. Oh, that's kind of nice. I'm gonna do this. Never fear. I'm really into defense. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock barrier. Let's use 1 there. Where do we want to use our last 2? There's nothing where we can unlock something new, so I'm tempted to just do our pistol abilities. Yeah, I think that will work. I don't have anyone in my party at the moment, so I actually can't level up other people. But it could be worse. Let's talk to Caden. Hey, buddy. I haven't seen him in a while. The textures look different.
Commander, do you have a minute?
I'm listening.
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming.
Very true.
It's funny,
Are they
we finally
involved?
get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Or maybe I was a romantic.
For justice.
But I thought about it after brain camp.
Camp?
Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
That's
Tell
alright.
me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Oh my gosh.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Wow. What's Jump Zero?
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out.
At least he had
We
friends.
didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Time to get physical.
And you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart.
Aww.
And charming as hell.
Your first love?
But not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess.
Aww. Aww.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
Man.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything kinetics did was gold.
Interesting.
I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
Yeah, I'm
I
interested
wanted to get to
though.
know you a little better. That's all. Thanks for the talk, Caden.
Well, you're welcome, ma'am.
Man, we learned a lot about him.
Make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
No, just you. I'm gonna say to some degree.
Of course. But I don't enjoy it with everyone. We'll talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander.
He likes me!
Yeah, I'd like that.
He likes me! Meep. Meep. He likes me. Okay, I want to fix something. I noticed the graphics are weird. Texture detail, it should be really good right now. Why isn't it actually doing it? Is it just me? Is it just me? I think everything is set to the proper thing. Filtering mode. I think we want it on that. Well, I'm not sure why it's like that. Also, yeah. That's all I was trying to say. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, I have things. Take all. Thank you, please. A sleeper pod. Oh, interesting. Okay, this is good that I'm actually taking some time to explore the ship. Talk to my crew. That made a big difference, though. Now he, like, really likes me. He might even be crushing on me now. So that's kind of nice. I need to talk to my crew more often. Can I investigate any of these? Yep. Personnel manual. Ooh, that could be useful. Probably has stories of all of the people on my crew. That's my assumption. Where is she? She's up ahead and to the left. Okay. Ooh, who are these guys? I don't think I can talk to them. There's a lot of people on this ship that I can't talk to. They're just not important enough or something. They don't matter. Dr. Chukwas.
Yes,
I don't
Commander?
think I've talked to her
Is
at
there
all.
something you need?
Hi.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special
We
commendations.
can ask about
Tends to keep to
Caden.
himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
L2?
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
Wow.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Wow. What a bummer.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the
regrets?
wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Okay.
I should go.
Goodbye,
Cool.
Commander.
Well, we got to talk to her. That was nice. Now, the textures are messed up. I'm not really sure why it's doing that, but hopefully I can fix it before the next episode. Let's talk to Liara. Liara.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
I was
You
worried.
look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
She's the
You're in
best.
good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
Don't
I'm just glad
mention
we
it.
got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Aw, I know.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
I do
It means
trust
a lot
her.
to hear you say that, Commander.
I'm always
Thank
throwing
you.
my trust around.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
Interesting.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people.
That would be tough.
Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
It's not foolish.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Does she like me too? Is everybody crushing
Sounds
on
like you
me?
want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate.
Oh, I didn't mean
I
to
never
sound
meant
like
to
that.
offend you, Shepard. I
Whoops.
only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
It's okay.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think
Poor
I am a
Liara.
complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers.
Aw.
I always seem to say something embarrassing around
Poor
other
thing.
people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
No, don't feel
I'd like
that
to know
way.
more about the Asari.
It's okay.
We were the first
could be
species to
friends.
discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
What kind of rumors?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered.
Oh.
Male and female have no real meaning for us.
Oh.
We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Wow, that's interesting.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The
Interesting.
true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
It's interesting that they're monogendered and yet they all appear to be female. Or like they sound female, they look what we would categorize as female.
What happens to your partner after the union?
She called them daughters too.
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
So, yeah, it's not really a father. I guess it could be.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Okay. But you don't know who.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction.
Interesting.
Most Asari believe it weakens our species.
Asari like
daughters
inbreeding.
Inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold.
This is a really cool race.
Sometimes called a pureblood.
A pureblood.
Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Wow, that's really interesting. And it's very backwards from what a lot of stories do, where they call people like a half-blood and belittle them for having two parents of differing species or whatever. And yet this is the opposite. That's really interesting and cool. I like it.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure.
So who is her other parent,
Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Interesting. How do they deal with that?
Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful, and now she is gone.
She seems very wise. They seem like a pretty
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
Okay. Sweet.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Man, Liara. All these people with all these stories. It's so intense and sad and good and sad and good and bad and bleep 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 bleep. I guess we could go up to the 3rd floor. And now time for another good long elevator ride. Let's see, is there anyone down here that we can talk to? Rex, Ashley, Garrus, 3 people. So many conversations to be had.
Looking for supplies?
Oh, you sell supplies.
Let's see what you got.
Let's see what you got.
Commander.
Chameleon tool. Oh, medium armor. I could use some medium armor. I can actually afford it. I have money. Since when do I have money? Yeah, I don't think I need to do that. Let's see. I should have. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff. What do I have equipped? The Banshee 2. I should at least upgrade to this. But I'm not trained in it, so I haven't really focused on it. That's why I only have the 2, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh, I need to upgrade this. I'm gonna get a nice shotgun though. Yeah. Look at that. Did I not equip this stuff? Kinetic stabilizer. Okay, improved sighting. Combat sensor. That's kind of nice. Making these enemies visible. I feel like that could be the most useful. Then let's equip something here. Shredder rounds. Ooh. Armor piercing rounds. Chemical rounds. Phasic rounds. I kind of like the chemical. Because it does damage over time, whereas these other ones are a little bit... that could be useful too, though. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. What kind of pistol we got? We got the Striker 3. Ooh, Raikou 5 is much better. Yes, transfer these. What do we have on this? Improved sighting 2. Let's switch to 3. What do we have on this? Radioactive rounds 2. Oh, the cooldown reduction is actually pretty nice. Though I'm tempted to do something like this. Or this. Let's do this. Alright, that'll work. We can turn this into Omnigel. Let's see, what do we got here? We've got a lot of things that we could probably go ahead and turn into Omnigel. I think we have 2 of these. We have multiple ones with the 3. So much junk. So much junk. What kind of armor do we have? We do have medium armor. Ooh, ooh. This is better. Well, how do we look? Oh, we look so good. I like this armor. Look at us. We look so fancy. Oh, so good. Alright, so we'll have to get those guys equipped too. I wonder if... Ooh. Can we check out her locker? Is that rude? Oh, that's how we equip them. Okay. Okay. Now how can I find out? I don't remember which ones she is trained in though. That's the problem. She only has the Lancer 1. Lancer 1. Is there a way to like look at her skills? I don't think there is unless I'm like going out with her as a party, going out with her on a date or something. Something like that. I'm not really sure if there's an alternative way to see what their skills are. So, I'll have to look into that and remember who can do what before I decide which equipment to give them. Ooh. Done. Well, and with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here, and we will go ahead and continue our conversations in the next one. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.